Hey friends, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of Anu Talk Show. So today we want to talk about something that keeps many of incredible coaches, experts stuck at not hitting their first six figures or multiple six figures. And it is like knowing how to articulate and communicate the value of your 3 to 15K offer. So your offer might be absolutely transformational, right? If someone comes into your offer, you know they're going to leave the program in 3 months, in 6 months, in 12 months, completely transformed. But if you cannot clearly communicate that value within your marketing, within your sales process, people won't pay for it. People won't pay no matter if you're even giving to them a discount like, hey, the offer is 3K, but I give it to you for 1K. People won't pay for it. Not because they cannot afford it, not because they don't want the results, like who wants to actually be in a miserable state for too long? No one, right? But because they don't really understand what they are buying. They don't understand the return on investment. They don't understand the hidden cost of not taking the actions right now. And this is what I want to talk to you about because I am having a lot of conversation with my clients about this, but also when I get on consultation calls with leads, that they are so good, especially my women of color coaches and experts. They are so good with delivering the client results, but they are not getting the leads in order to convert them, right? They are not converting more dream clients into their offer. So by the end of this episode, you will see that this is not your audience that is confused, it's you. And it's literally being reflected back by your audience that you are confused. So the moment you start to get clear and have the clarity and the confidence, they will too. And this can happen as fast as 7 days or 30 days in order to get more clients, to see the value, and to pay you 3 to 15K for your offer. So let me take you back to when I first created my high ticket offer. I remember sitting at my laptop, writing the sales page, and I swear I rewrote it 10 times, my sales page. Every time I thought it's not clear enough, I need to add more details, I need to sound more professional, I need to add more features, right? By the time I was done, I had this super long page with every module listed. Week 1 you will get this, week 2 you will get that, week 1 you will get this workbook, right? Every call was outlined, every single detail of my process was on the sales page. And guess what? No one showed any interest and no one bought. So when I got on sales calls, people would always say things like, oh yeah, this sounds amazing, but it's a lot. I need to think about it. The price is more than I expected, right? And usually I used to take this very personally. Instead of actually having a business lens and thinking like, okay, what kind of data am I not using to see this business problem as business, I made it about myself, right? And I thought that maybe I need to lower my price. Maybe I need to add more bonuses. Maybe my offer is not good enough. So the truth was that my messaging was too complicated, right? And my audience couldn't see the value because I was confused about my offer, the way I sold it, and about myself. So confusion doesn't sell. Confused mind won't buy, right? And that's why it's your job to actually get the confidence and get the clarity that you need in order to help your people to make that decision to come into your offer and get that transformation. So I want you to imagine the opposite of that, right? Imagine being able to say your offer in 2 sentences, right? And immediately your clients leans in and say like, oh yeah, that sounds interesting, like that's exactly what I have been looking for. So imagine being able to say that your price is 5k, 10k, 15k without flinching, okay, without blinking your eyes. I don't like, you are so confident in the value because you know how to communicate that, right? So because you know what you are offering is priceless compared to the transformation that it is giving, you don't have any confidence issues to say, my price is 5k. So the belief shift I want you to have right now from this episode is, it's not about having the perfect words inside your messaging. It's not about um, saying things professionally in order to sound profession, like a professional expert, or in order to sound like an expert. That is also what I'm hearing. Like, yeah, like I have this imposter because I don't sound like an expert. It's not about being perceived as an expert by the perfect words, right? It's about being perceived as an expert because of your clarity, because the clarity creates your confidence, because the confidence creates like how you are communicating the value of your offer, both for you and for your audience. So when you are hearing, or when you are so much more clear about the value that you are giving, right, inside of your offer, the price objection disappears. So I often tell my clients, like, hey, if you always hear price objection, let's work on your messaging. Let's work on how you are communicating your offer right now. Let's look at that. Let's see where are you creating confusion for your buyers so that the price objections are coming right now. So your audience starts to see your offer as an investment, not as an expense, right? And instead of you chasing the clients, you chasing the leads, you will start to attract them because your words inside of your marketing is so much clear that people are coming to you. People don't buy when they understand your process, right? Your process is good, your process is necessary, but they only give you 3k, 5k, 10k, 15k if they understand the transformation. What is going to happen if they invest in you right now? What are the costs that you are going to eliminate, right, by working with you? What are the benefits they're going to receive within 7 days, within 30 days, within 60, 90 days by working with you? You have to get so clear on that part in order to communicate that within your messaging. So if you say to me like, oh, I'm so mad at my audience that they only want free stuff, that they don't want to move forward in the sales process, that they don't understand what I can give. It's not your audience's problem. It's literally your problem and your communication problem. So if you're not hitting your first 6 figures and it is taking you too long, the only skill you need is communication. Communicate your messaging good enough. That's the thing, that's the skill you always need to refine, continue to refine, get better with articulating that. And second of all is your sales skills. You need to know how to sell. You need to know how to sell consistently to your audience. So let's break down why so many of women of color coaches and experts are stuck, right? Especially in that part. So you are overcomplicating your messaging because you are trying to be perfect. You are trying to sound like an expert, and you think the more details that you give to your audience, that it will look more valuable. Like people will start to see you as the authority because you have so many modules inside of your offer. But the real thing, what is happening is the more you talk, the more your audiences are actually getting confused. So I recommend when you start to work with me inside Leverage 20, we will look over your messaging and we will look where we can refine your messaging. And if your messaging sounds like you are talking not to a kindergarten kid that can understand what you do, what the transformation is, what the hidden cost is, what what is it when they don't work with you, what are the benefits, if a kindergarten kid doesn't understand that, we need to make your messaging simple. A lot of time people are not hitting their six-figure business within 12 months is because they are overcomplicating their messaging right now, and you need to simplify it in order to scale. Simplicity doesn't only help you with your systems and with your sales process, it literally helps within your messaging as well. And your mind is telling you that this is too simple, no one wants that, I need to make it more complicated, or I need to make it more sound like more professional enough. Your mind is telling you like that because you believe the more professional you sound, you get more clients. Actually, the opposite is happening when it comes to communicating your messaging. The second thing that is happening is you are leading with your logic when you should be leading with your emotions, right? So clients don't care about how many modules you have within your group, how many calls they're gonna get, if it is one-on-one coaching weekly or bi-weekly or monthly, if they get Voxer support or Slack support. Like, they don't care about that. They only care how their life and business is gonna change when they work with you. That's it. That's the only thing they're gonna care, right? And that's why they're gonna pay you 3K, not because your offer has like past life recordings that you can rewatch. You have to think like this. Like, what kind of buyer are you? For example, I don't care about past live recordings that I have the access to because I want the coaching. I want the fast coaching right now because that's how I see I'm going to change my life and my business. So, the last thing is, and it's very important to know that if you are not clear on your own value, if you don't calculate the value on your own, if you are confused about why your offer is worth paying 3K, 5K, your audience will be, right? And when it comes to high ticket pricing, you also have to think about what is the return on investment. Means if someone pays you 5K and you see they're gonna hit like in 12 months their six-figure business, your brain will justify asking or pricing your offer at 5K. And a lot of coaches do the mistake that they just think, okay, they can add to their course a zero at the end and they will call it a high ticket course. That's not how pricing functions, right? When it comes to pricing your high ticket offer, it really goes down to calculating the value. That's why I created the pricing for profit method, because you're gonna calculate what the value is, and based on that you're gonna actually put the number on your offer. So one thing I also want to say is the less you say, right, the less you make it more professional within your messaging, the more powerful your offer becomes. Think about Apple, right? When they sell an iPhone, they don't list out every single tech details in the commercial, right? They don't say like, I don't know how many things you can do with the iPhone. They just show you the lifestyle, right? The photos, the simplicity, and the sleek design. That's it. So they communicate the value in a way you can feel it. You feel it, and you know there are buyers who buy the new iPhone every single year because Apple does a good job communicating the value in a way that you can feel it, so that you don't even think about the price of your iPhone. And that is exactly how you need to talk about your 3 to 15K offer. Don't sell me the features. Don't sell me the modules. Don't overcomplicate it, right? Don't try to be perfect. Your professional mind is coming because you want to be perfect. Send me the transformation, right? Comment down below the transformation. Send me the transformation in 2 sentences. Sell me the shift in my identity I'm going to receive when I start to work with me. Sell me the outcome. Because right now, your perfectionism is costing you more clients, it's costing you to sign the next 10 clients, right? Every time you get stuck editing your copy, editing your content, every time you say, I'm not ready yet because my messaging is not perfect, because my messaging is not talking to the right people, my messaging, you are delaying the 10 clients who are already waiting for you. So your audience is not rejecting your price, they are not rejecting your offer, they are rejecting the confusion you are creating by talking too much. So the reason you are not landing your next 10 clients is not because of the algorithm or because people don't have the money, because of the economy, what is happening, or because your offer is not good enough. It is because you are complicating your messaging and trying to be perfect, trying to sound like a professional expert, and that perfectionism is actually blocking you and blocking your people to see the real value that they're going to receive when they start to work with you. So, what I want you to do is in the comment section, I want you to write out your offer and like in one sentence and sell me the outcome. Focus on the transformation, not on the details, right? Ask yourself, if my client walked away with one thing from my program, what would it be? And that's the value. And that's what you need to communicate over and over and over again within your messaging. And if you start practicing that now, you will be shocked at how fast price objection will disappear and clients start to say yes to your offer in the DMs or on a sales call. Okay, so comment down below the one offer in one sentence or two sentences and sell me the offer. And if you need help more in pitching your offer, more in communicating the value of your offer, learn this skill to actually hit your six-figure business within 12 months, I want you to apply for Leverage 20 because this is the foundational skill you need and you need to continue to refine in order to actually create a community that wants your offer, that wants to pay you 3K, 10K, 15K in order to work with you because they see the value in order to work with you. They see if they don't work with you that they're going to have more problems. If you are ready to transition your one-on-one expertise into a scalable group offer and you want to learn how to communicate that to your current audience and enroll 10 next clients within 30 days, in the comment section, I will leave the link to book a call with me and I cannot wait to actually get on a call. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining and I talk to you in the next episode. Bye.